Big crowd.
So, those people that came on time to Shir for 1 month straight, on time to Seder at 4 o'clock, everyone got a beer. So mazel tov to those people.
Mazel tov to the Beer Meisters, Beer Masters.
Someone who comes at 4 o'clock every day. Come on.
Just actually hearing about this, not every day for a month, but the best people who are like, I do attendance every day, and there's guys who are there putting every day on time at 4 o'clock. They get a beer, man. I like to acknowledge good behavior in real time, man. And there's nothing that acknowledges good behavior like a burr.
What page are we on?
Zayin Amud Aleph.
Zayin Amud Aleph.
Yeah. Famous story, famous song, actually.
Top 2? Oh no, that's for a class.
There's a lot of, it's like so much in bucks. Like, what do you do? You gotta do everything. You gotta do everything. Tanya Amar Rabbi Ishmael ben Elisha.
This is not Ishmael.
This is exactly the one. Yeah, Ishmael the Kohen Gadol.
The son of Elisha the Kohen.
Son of Elisha the Kohen Gadol. That's what it says. It's the Mali Mekema.
Maybe Elisha was maybe his father Elisha is building Elisha the
Yeah, I took the bookmark and right?
So we have no more time today.
They're all brothers. They're all
One is so much bigger than the other.
some of them are first from the back.
Daf Zayin Amud Aleph.
Daf Zayin Amud Aleph. Anyone interested? All right. Famous song. Now I get to know where it is in place. So there's a. I just sing it. Began to sing it. So brachas is. Brachas actually has the most words. It's not the longest page-wise. It has the most words of any chapter.
Why? Because
So it's the longest in as far as the amount of words. So we don't have enough time to go through all those words. So we're just doing a little bit of time. We're going to skip around a little bit. Today's, of course, is Yud Kislev. It's the day that the Mitzvah Rebbe got out of prison. And it follows Tes Kislev, which is his birthday, and it's the day of his passing. Dad passed away exactly on his 54th birthday. He was born in 1773, and he passed away in 1827. The year after his freed. So the next year they didn't make a Yom Tov on Yud Kislev. Because he passed away right the day before the day, so there's no Yom. You guys talked about this already? Yeah. All right, so this is old news. I'm not going to go talk about old news. Talk about the weather. No, it's new. This is the forecast. This is upcoming. There's more over here if you want to find one with pictures, maybe. I'm going to take them crayons and fill in the white parts on the side. Get your crayons. Get your Crayolas. Be right back. There's 4 flavors. So we're at the top of Zayin Amud Aleph. A couple lines in, we have discussion about what a prayer. Obviously, this is a common theme that runs through this tractate, and we talk about whether Hashem gives prayer. And so we have a brisa with the Ishmael ben Elisha that Avram featured in a famous song. Everybody knows. So we're about 5 to 6 lines. Everybody knows. So 2, 4, 6, 8 lines down. Middle of the line starts with Shur Zadin. The word is Tanya. Tanya Amar Rabbi Ishmael ben Elisha. Some of them in the brisa that Rabbi Ishmael ben Elisha says the following: one time I entered to light the ketores, to light this incense smoke in the Lefnai B'Lefnim, in the internals. So the first thing I want to ask you guys is, what is that? What does that tell us so far about Rabbi Ishmael ben Elisha?
Kohen Gadol.
And when was this?
Yom Kippur.
Yom Kippur. That's what the whole avoid of the Kohen Gadol Yom Kippur. Well, all the avoid of Yom Kippur was for the Kohen Gadol. His main avoid that was to light the ketores. So here's talking about the time when he lit the ketores. Not that one exactly, I don't think, but very something similar. There was a little bit of hallucinogenic. And this was the time of the second base. This time of Ishmael ben Elisha was like the first generation of the Tanoim. So basically, at the time of Yochanan ben Zakkai, and later was Gamaliel and Shimon ben Gamaliel, the son of Gamaliel first. So this is all. This is like the era over here before the destruction of the second temple, so a little bit before. So he goes in on Yom Kippur to light the Torah of Naiv Lefnim in the Kodesh Kadosh. But Isi Akasanikel, and he sees Akasanikel. The first one would say, "What is that? Is that like Kash Shem Tzavaki says Akasanikel, like one of the Malach, or sees an appearance." A divine appearance of Hashem Tzavok, the Lord of Hosts. And he saw that he's sitting on top of his glorious and exalted throne. So he sees a divine image. Now this revelation was so great. This is the ultimate revelation of godliness in the physical world. The ultimate revelation of the divine that a human can be have access to, which is why for many years during the time period the priesthood was corrupted, and they would buy the high priest, and then someone would want to buy it. They weren't. It said you have to be fitting to be a high priest. You have to be deserving. You have to be the son of a high priest if he was a fitting one. But the position was bought, and. Every on Yom Kippur, they get to Yom Kippur, and the Kohen Gadol would go into the Kodesh Kadoshim to do a lavita with the Keteris, and they would tie a rope to his foot, because a regular Kohen, a regular person certainly, and a regular Kohen can't go in there. It's so holy, and so they would tie a rope to his foot that in case it got late at night, the night after Yom Kippur, and everyone wants to Dalmar and go home and eat it right there. And he doesn't show up, they pull the rope and they pull out a dead body. And for 50 years in a row, it says that this happened.
I'm not listening. After the second base of Mikdash, everything was like
what?
Or is this during?
This is during the second. After the second base, the second base was destroyed. We didn't have a temple anymore. But this is the period during the second temple, when the position was corrupt. But that high was so awesome that they still wanted to do it. Everybody knew the next year what was going to happen. I don't think I'm better than the previous guy, but they thought maybe I'm. They convinced themselves that they were pretty awesome. But you have to be what's going to happen. There's no way they couldn't, that you were that great, or they were just really were delusional. But to have to receive that Gilui of Elikus, to have that divine revelation, the highest level of revelation that a human can have.
Nevertheless, were they still very holy people?
Yeah,
I don't. They must have been. If you're going to be a Kohen Gadol, you're going to do a voda the whole year long.
You have to get ready to.
And they wouldn't prepare.
They miscalculated.
The Gemara goes very deep.
It says
they would not prepare.
They weren't.
One machshava that was up for Hashem. That's it.
Yeah.
Therefore they died.
It's not even like
therefore they died.
thinking about
So they must have been refined to some level.
Right,
It wasn't just pure corruption.
I don't know. The fact that they would buy the position,
it was pure corruption.
It was the priesthood was part of the Sadducees. They were against the person. They were against the rabbi.
This Rebbe has a sit on it, giving them the benefit of the doubt that they knew they would die, but still they wanted to connect to Hashem.
But also, it mentions that the Rambam says at the end of Hilchot Shemitah that every Jew, even a regular Jew, can be the avodah of the Kohen Gadol, reach like the level of a Kohen Gadol in the Kodesh HaKadosh. So with our divine service, we can reach that level, contain that level, and we can also experience that Gilui. Not just that we do the avodah, but we get what comes with it. So it says about Yud Kislev as the day of the birth, and Yud Kislev is the bris, and so all these days are the days of preparation for the bris. So these days of preparation, we're getting ourselves ready to receive the highest Giluyim of Yud Kislev, the Rosh Hashanah for Chassidus. And this is the way that we can do, like the high priest himself, so that when it comes to Yud Kislev and him before it, we can be makabel that Gilui. We can get
Who was the first person that told
awesomeness.
us that? Who that said it, the bris and the birth?
So I read it by the three different.
And it makes sense that it only happened afterwards because one happened before the other one, so the bris doesn't happen before. But I heard it was explained that Soif Ma'aseh the things that happen.
It's your beard.
I read the name of Friedrich Rebbe. The Rebbe brings down the name of Friedrich Rebbe.
Therefore,
Tafshin Mem Zayin Sichos Sefer Sichos. It's brought there here Ara 49 by the Rabbi. You can read it yourself.
All right.
Quoted from the Friedrich Rebbe.
That's how he brings it down. It's in the this week's Ramach. It's in I think by
That's the song.
do this somewhere. So now we're talking about Elisha Kohen, Yishmael ben Elisha the Kohen Gadol. So he goes in on Yom Kippur to do the Kohen Keteris, and he sees the divine image. He sees the image of the divine on the throne, on the hall of the exalted and glorious high throne. And then Hashem says, Amar Li, and Hashem says to Yishmael, Yishmael b'ni Yishmael, my son, Baracheni, bless me. You know, if you can imagine.
This is the famous tefillah, no?
That's the famous tefillah. Amar Tilas, I told him, Yiratzim ofenecha, may it be your will for you. Sheyichveshu rachamecha es kascha, that your attribute of mercy should conquer over your anger. Wow. And your mercy should be of all your midas. That should be the one that's redeemed. That's revealed. And you should behave with your children with the midah of racham, with the attribute of mercy. And treat them beyond the letter of the law. In other words, even if they're, that's what mercy is. Mercy is, even though you know that they could be punishable because they may have some crimes that they've committed or sins or whatever. They may be guilty. In spite of that, you act merciful with them and you redeem them.
This isn't a pasuk. This is just this is his tefillah. We have in our davening.
Yeah, there's a Gemara, a couple lines before that. It says that it talks about the Hashem prayer. If Hashem prayer, what Hashem prayer is. Mazut says that there's a prayer, and this is the prayer that we have, and this is a famous song. This is knowing you enough for me to say Achim with the Kohen Sahem Lefnim Meshuras Hadin. A couple lines. If you see in the top of the page, Amar Rabbi Yechon Mishum Yesim Minayin Shekadosh Baruch Mispal. Where do we know Shem's Shabbos? Because it says Rabbi Yesim El Had Kochi Yisimachtem Bebeis Tefilasi, the house of my prayer. Tefillah, your prayer doesn't mention. El Tefilasi, my prayer. Mekan Shekadosh Baruch Mispal. If you know Hashem David. My matzi, what is the prayer that he does? He says, Amar Rav. No, he said the name of Rav. Then he says, Yiratzim Afonai. Maybe my will. It's constant. My mercy should overcome my anger. He's talking to me. Now this is. So then we say the Brisa. Where does he get this from? If Hashem, obviously Hashem puts the prayers into our mouth, we always Hashem Sefasai Tiftach V'Yagid Hilasecha. Let me praise your prayers. So whatever tefillah Hashem said, we giving to Hashem, this Hashem is given it to us. It's Hashem's prayer.
I heard somewhere that you should get to such a level of unity with Hashem that you should be able to daven Yehira Tomid Fanai.
Wow, nice. That's what they say. That's the story with I forget this, but the Friedrich Rebbe was somebody came to visit. The Friedrich Rebbe was traveling with the Rebbe Rashab. So someone came to visit. One Rebbe came to visit him, and he was going over his notes from the Farbrengen of Chassidim. And the Farbrengen part of the Chassidim was it should get to the level that Chassidus is to know him is to be him. And I forget the lashon, the Hebrew term. To know is to be him. I forget the character. But so the guy said, no, you can't get to the level to know him to be him. The Rebbe Shab came out and says, yes, the tak is to know him to be him. You get the Chassidus to get to the level to know him to be him. Like you can say, like you said, what does that mean? That you're completely bottled, but see, it's a garment. Your whole avoid this, but the avoid of a chassid to work on himself. I'm saying because I've read it, not that I can tell from any experience. Your avoid is to work on yourself. And to keep working on yourself, Yaakov says to continue, because he says in this week's Chumash, in this today's Chumash, you learned it with a Revi?
Wow. But we could, I don't know, maybe it's time to flip it.
Time to flip it, brother. I think you're ready.
We're going up.
I think we're going up. Aliyah after Aliyah.
The gross verse, continuity, the age Shmini should be supposed to have a Shminis and Gadol.
That's Baba something that Talmud Chacham is supposed to have an eighth of God.
164.
So he says the eighth
Parsha.
The
Eighth pasuk.
The eighth parsha.
No.
Is it the eighth pasuk or the eighth?
Take it.
Per.
Well, obviously it's something for Kalam.
She already took it.
Right, go. Just check
The eighth pasuk of the eighth parsha, which says K'taytim Kol HaChassid. Yaakov was afraid. Right? Why was Yaakov afraid? He was afraid that maybe he had sins. So then says, what sin? He said after 20 years working with Laban. They said I chased sleep from my eyes, I didn't do anything. So it was all the whole avodah was the berurim of love and Garti. I kept tying mitzvahs.
He ran out of marriage.
What sins did he answer? So he says that if a person goes to the next, when a tzaddik goes to the next level, so all the avodah that he had until then is considered lower than he is now. So if you're going to the next level and you go revert to, even the previous level was very high, if you revert back to that type of behavior, no matter how high it was, it's considered as a sin to you.
The 11th pasuk.
It's a nice eighth parsha.
The 11th pasuk. Count it?
Yeah, it says
Let's start with ours. We see something interesting. A lot of parshas are like that because the chapter verse stuff was invented by the great Kitzur. We see at the end of something fascinating. The beginning of Lakshi's parsha, Yaakov sees Malachim in a dream. He sees he had the dream with Vehine. The Sulam Mutzavatz and Malachim are going up and going down. And at the end of the parsha, those same Malachim that are going up and down, the ones from Eretz Yisrael, he sees visually in real life that he sees Machanayim, the two Machanayim of angels. From the beginning of the parsha, 20 years before, it was a dream that he saw the angels, and after 20 years of the avodah, the angels came for he saw him in real life. It wasn't a dream anymore. He could see them in reality, and then he takes the next pasuk and he takes them and he sends them as shluchim. Which malachim? The ones he just saw in the pasuk before, the two camps were the malachim. He takes them and he puts them at his service. You imagine he starts up, you can only see malachim in a dream. Now he gets to the point that malachim for him is real. It's a real thing. It's real life, flesh and blood. And use them since they got to do some avodah for me.
But the whole Ak Yisrael thing, you read it already?
Shouldn't be saying that.
What?
Spoiler alert.
God, he cares.
Huh?
What angel?
Shir Malus.
Aleph Yisrael.
So,
How many?
so then we get, okay, so here we are, then the first of the smaller wide lines, we have an amazing line here, but the Eberster he agrees with like he shakes his head yes.
Says he
Yeah, well that's a Kamach Mulan, right? When Zuk Rashi, Vinanli Barashi, top Rashi on the page. Kamaita Bebechasi, as he's acknowledging, admitting to my bracha that I just said, gave to him that he should treat the Yidam of Rachamim and always.
The angel?
The Hashem that he sees on the Kisei Kabbalah.
But he saw the angel on the Kisei, or he saw Hashem on the Kisei?
It's a machlek is what if Kasnikel is Malach.
It's definitely a Malach. It's not a Malach list.
Not just like that, you got
It's
Meaning he saw Yisrael, but Yud Hashem Tzvakis was sitting on his chair. You see Yisrael,
the way to read it.
you see Yisrael, comma, Ka Hashem Tzvakis, Shu Yeshiv Akivun HaMenis.
Oh yeah.
Philip Shot, it's you can read it. Kaviyachal, sitting on the chair, on the throne, on the Gadol throne, looking up like you see in Ezekiel's vision, and Shear's vision, they see Hashem on the throne. So,
But also, it's not the same thing as Acher seeing the fact.
no, that one, see, that is seen as Matat sitting. Here he sees Kaviyachal, the divine presence sitting.
And what's interesting is that those two names are adopted.
Which two names?
Aleph and Yisrael with Matzah. Yisrael is, like, depending on the shlichus, they're called different names.
Well, that guy today was a Israeli, right?
He's my friend.
My friend.
Matat.
He's got friends
You
in
guys
the
are
top.
typing
His
the
name's
Matat.
Aaron Yisrael.
That's what we know. That's
He's
awesome.
Aaron Yisrael. So he's like the Kohen Gadol with the Mal.
Who's this? Your homie?
You know him. He's like the Shomer of Shalom Rav.
Anyway, it's Benenali Bereishi.
Oh, yeah.
He shakes his head, yes. He agrees, that's a good brach. Amen. Like he said, Amen to Kamash Milon. Kamash Milon. So now the Torah tells us this amazing thing. What's the teaching off in this whole story?
Yeah.
Not just that Hashem davens and that we have mercy on us, and that he agrees to the bracha. Shulaitei birchas hedjut kala beinecha. That the bracha of a hedjut shouldn't take it for granted. Don't brush off a bracha of a hedjut. This is an amazing thing. Which bracha is for a human being to give a bracha to Hashem? A regular Joe.
We can give brachas to Hashem because
You can give bracha to anybody. You have a power as a yid to give as the son of Abraham Avinu. The power to bless is a yerusha to you. And what's in a regular hedjut thing? The more kind of hedjut, the Kohen Gadol on Yom Kippur is giving and the Kohen doesn't give a bracha. But if you try to compare to Hashem, this is less than a hedjut. What is nothing? Anything compared to Hashem is nothing. So certainly a person, the lowest form of the creation in a way. You can give brachas, and no bracha should ever be. Anybody come to give you a bracha, you give tzedakah to somebody, and they give you a bracha for them, and you're like, you blow it up, whatever, just because I give tzedakah. You shouldn't be like that. Don't take for granted any bracha you get from your friends. That's why, but he didn't give himself.
When it's saying that, it's not talking about a grade.
What's the idea is hedjut is every bracha has the power to be Mekayim. And when you guys give each other brachas, you should know that Hashem doesn't take these brachas lightly. We see that I mentioned this before. The Zebra Chazal, like the Tafran Taisus actually in Menachem. I think we looked at it inside it. That this line, Minhag Aviseda Tardi, right? Minhag Yisrael Tardi. It's always quoted like that. Minhag Yisrael Tardi. Minhag Yisrael, the minhag that the Jews have, Tardi. That's considered. That's the law. That's because that we have this. We took on this custom, and it's the basis of Ma'al looks down at the basis of Ma'al. They see that's what they established, and they shake that. All right, this is the Torah. This is the law set in stone. Now minhag and the Chaim have the same gematria. Now we're talking.
Did you say L'chaim?
L'chaim. Figure it out. Mem Nun and Lamed 98. Oh, doing mathematician right on.
Oh, yeah.
Right on. It's 98. Minhag and L'chaim is 98. If it's not 98, then you have no L'chaim. Then eventually you have a couple of L'chaim. Everything's going to look beautiful. All the numbers are going to go nice in a row and equal every other number. Yeah. 100 Pachas Chaim equals L'chaim. That's how you know. Man, Pachas Chaim, 198 bottles of beer in the wall. L'chaim. That's the minhag. So minhag L'chaim is the same way. So you could say that L'chaim Yisrael Torah. When a yid gives another yid a L'chaim, you should have a bracha from the Zon, and a tzlach on your limud, and a tzlach on Kibbutz Seder. Oh, there's a Pranasa, and a Shidduch, and Tivuk Taiv, and Pranasa, and a Chava, and the Mashiach, and the Mashiach now. And you should, everybody should control to the best in every aspect of your life should be kind in the most beautiful way. That's Torah. The L'chaim of a yid, another yid is Torah. That the base of they're looking up from below, and then the Bereisha from above, and they're taking said, "Oh man, that's how it should be. That's the Torah. That's strong. That's the law now. This guy's going to have pronounced. This guy's going to have a This going to have a shidduch and pronounced and geshut." Welcome, look at all you got in the general direction over here.
Yeah,
all of you pushing 25 crowd.
No, it's 24 right here.
Almost 24. This should be a beautiful year, right? And a beautiful and everything. And and all your endeavors and shemamish to be the level of the Kohen Gadol, the Kohen Gadol.
I just heard Amen over there.
Have the beautiful feeling. On l'chaim lebracha, l'chaim titus. Now I'm taking on this Spartak Goes.
Where are you getting from? Where do you get your l'chaim from? What do you mean?
Standing
Where
right,
do you say
sitting right in
l'chaim
front of
from?
you.
You get it from?
There's a beer for
There's a beer. Who's opening it?
Open it.
No, the Rebbe?
Is that your beer? Now whose beer is that? Is that your Yirmiyahu's beer?
Don't shake it, don't
That's
shake it.
No, we had ours already.
That's Yirmiyahu's.
It's not a twist one.
Wait, is that Yirmiyahu's? That's Yirmiyahu's beer.
No,
Yirmiyahu's. He earned it. He worked for it, man.
Came every day to Seder. That's the main income of Came. Like, come time to Seder, come to Nadich's for bringings.
You come in the beginning, and not a lot of people last in the end. Not a lot of men standing at the end of the day. Actually, no, a good crowd.
Cameras on.
Because always the camera's always watching. Beautiful, Baruch Megillah Titus. So now we go down a little bit. So now we see where this Gemara is from, where the beautiful song is from. We have the source of this Baruch Shamshai and Aleph. Tanya Umar Yishmael Ben It's Abraham.
Isn't a friend of mine?
Family's related to me, Colin. Alright. Not that I'm mother weiter. No.
You have to you have a.
Well, Rabbi Yechon Mishum Rabbi Yesi. We see something interesting here. I want to point something out to you guys. Something interesting, like a little like a snapshot into the Gemara. So we see at the top of the page here. It starts as Amar Rabbi Yechon Mishum Rabbi Yesi, right? And then after the two dots that we just got in the first of the wide line, the next thing says Amar Rabbi Yechon Mishum Rabbi Yesi.
Oh, same guy.
And then you get the next two dots going down. Again, Amar Rabbi Yechon Mishum Rabbi Yesi. In the middle of the page. So this is like what's going on. Rabbi Yechanan, the student of Rav. Rabbi Yechanan and the Shlakish.
Is that Rabbi Yechanan Zander?
No.
Where is Rabbi Yechanan?
The accountant.
Zander is an accountant.
That's Rabbi Yechanan, the tax law. It's Rabbi Yechanan, the yoga instructor. You know, Yechanan from the baker.
Where's the Sander mentioned? Where is he mentioning? Pretty obvious.
He's a Tana, right? He's a Tana, no?
Yeah.
Adam Sandler.
yeah, Rav Adam Sandler.
Adam Sandler.
So this is like a snapshot into the base medicine that's going on that day. You see, like he's opening up, he's got a lot of learning that he's doing. So it could be like this page is like this is like a time capsule of that day in Yeshiva. That day in the base medicine, all the things that he's learning, all the big conclusions that you're having there, and he's on a roll. This page pretty much dedicated. Everything, every new concept subject is talking to Rabbi.
It's not from the Mishnah that they're interpreting everything that he said. We're bringing it apart.
It's going on. It's a beautiful tangent. I mean, the Mishnah is talking about Tefilas. He's talking about davening. The bracha it's a common theme. I think it's still going through the
The Mishnah is all about davening.
But we got into the whole story. If you want to look actually into the Yechon's story.
Oh, that's what we were saying about Kud Shibrichu. I just learned the whole idea of Kud Shibrichu in the Magi.
Of course. Same with
Kud Shibrichu. Kaddish Baruch. Isn't that cool? Yeah. So you were right. We are learning the same thing.
I'll tell you, call it kind of cool. If you look on Daf Hamid base, there's a dot there. There's a dot like a quarter of the way down. Rab Chia bar Abba.
Yeah. The line starts
Okay,
Klal.
Rab Chia bar Abba.
Klal is
Chalash.
first letter. So
Rab Chia bar Abba. This is Rab Chia Gadol. This is the uncle of Rav. Right? We just learned in Tzachim, right? This is the same Rab Chia.
All right.
The uncle of Rav. The author of made a reference to it in last week's in the Torah about someone who's so involved in his learning that he wouldn't notice anything. That someone came and said, Reb Chia bar Abba, he came in front of him and he didn't stand up for him. He said, if they would have thrown me in the water, it was outside the bathhouse, he said, they throw me in the water, I wouldn't notice. I was going over the God's of Tehillim in my mind. So he was so engrossed that he didn't notice anything. So the Reb Chia bar Abba, he said, he would think about it, and it was outside of the bathhouse. So the man was not just in the basement, and he was Jones and he's ignoring him. But he's outside already in a place after the basement. He's still thinking, his mind is going to taking the learning with them. That's what I'm saying. You guys just sit and when you leave the class, you should have traces on your mind. Like go over the learning. That's what you just thought about. Keep it fresh, keep it real, and then you're going to have big chedushim from it. You're going to have a lot of big diluim. So, this is Rab Chia Gadol. Rab Chia was a contemporary of Yehuda Nasi. So now, and the uncle of Rav, so he says he's cholish. He gets very ill. All the Gabe Rabbi Yechanan. So Rabbi Yechanan, who is a student of his nephew, actually no, it's a colleague of his nephew. Yeah, student of his nephew. Goes up to greet him. Goes up to visit him. Do you like the Yeshurun, the struggles, the pains that you're experiencing now from your sickness? Not them and not the schar that I'm getting from them. In other words, I could do without these and got this. He said, give me your hand. He gave him his hand, he holds his hand, and he heals him. Now later on, it says, Rabbi Yechanan got sick. All the Gaber Chanina. Reb Chanina came to visit him. He said, "You like it? Are you happy with the pain that you're experiencing?" Not them and not their reward. Give me your hand. Give him his hand.
Which reward do you have from your son?
Yeah, you have a reward from your son.
Wow! Oh my gosh! They say there's a cloud. No, I'm not allowed to say this.
Do you get a reward anytime you're sick?
Yeah, it's mechaper. Every time, any struggle that any pain that you has, is a kapar. Because there's no, every year should have only 100% good.